that you're doing well. I have a tutorial for you today. I want to show you how I create my graphics that you see me post on Instagram or on my website, or even ones that I add to my videos here on YouTube. I'll show you a couple different ways, both using free programs and then also ones that you have to pay for. And before we get started, I just have two things that I want to tell you about really quick. So first, I have created a new digital kit that I'm going to be using in this video. It's a digital vintage ephemera kit, and it's in my shop now if you want to check it out. But essentially what this is a set of 30 individual transparent images, all different vintage ephemera and elements and fun things that you can use in your digital projects. So it's perfect to create collages with, or to layer on top of your photos, or just make cool things to post on Instagram or on your website or blog or something like that. I have been collecting vintage ephemera for so many years now. I have stacks of old books and paper scraps and cool photos and tags and ribbon and things like that I use in my craft projects. And recently I realized I should make some of these things digital. That way I can start using them in my graphic design as well. So that's exactly what I did, and I put it all together in this kit so that you can use it as well. You can find more information on my website if you're interested, but I have one more thing that I want to tell you about before we get into the tutorial. So I have something else new coming to the shop today, and that is a new digital zine, finally. This one is autumn themed, and I just love it so much. My last zine that I made came out back in April, which is crazy. So I finally made a new one, and this one is full of just lots of autumn art inspiration. And I definitely like this one better than the last. I'm just really proud of it. So if you want to check it out, I'll have it linked down below. I have been so busy this month just creating and making art and doing so many things that have been really exciting but also exhausting. But I am so happy to be sharing this with you, and I'm so grateful that you're even interested in the things that I create. So thank you for being here and even just watching this video. I really appreciate it. So yeah, everything's linked down below if you want to check it out, but let's go ahead and get started with this video. So I typically do my graphic design in Adobe Illustrator. It's just my favorite program to use, even if I'm creating Instagram story images like you'll see me do in this video. I still like to do it in Illustrator on my computer and then post it on Instagram. That's just my process of working. But I know that a lot of you guys are looking for free options to be able to do similar things. So if you stick around a little bit later in this video, I will show you a couple different ways to create digital layouts and collages and things using free apps on your phone. First, let's start on my laptop and I'll show you my process for creating my Instagram story graphics in Adobe Illustrator, and then I'll show you how to use the phone apps. So I've opened Adobe Illustrator, and we need to set up the document to be the right size for an Instagram story. So I'm going to switch this to pixels, and we want this to be 1080 by 1920. And this doesn't need to be super high quality since it's just going to be on the screen, it won't be printed. So I'm going to switch this to 72, and we're ready to get started. So we have our blank artboard open, and I'm just going to show you a couple different ideas for Instagram story layouts or images, collages, things that you can create and post and make your own version. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do something really simple first. I like to share quotes on my Instagram every now and then. So I like to do pretty minimal designs, especially when I'm making a quote graphic. Let's start by just making a rectangle that's the size of the artboard. And right now it has a black outline, which I don't want, but I do want the fill to be maybe a light pink. You guys know this is my favorite color. Maybe something like this. Okay, so now we need a quote, obviously, to add to this. So I think I'm going to just quickly look through my Tumblr. That's kind of the place where I like to save quotes and things that inspire me. I don't use it too often, but I hop on there every now and then, so let's take a look. I like this quote a lot, so maybe I'll use this one. I'm just going to copy that. Now back in Illustrator, I'm going to use this text tool and make a box. And then I'm just going to paste that quote by pressing Command V. And we need to make it bigger. And then I need to choose a font. One that I've been liking a lot lately is this Interstate Mono. So maybe I'll do that. And I think it needs to be a bit smaller. Actually, let's do like 40. I am going to go to paragraph and let's see how this looks justified. Maybe this one with the last line aligned to the left. I like that a lot. Let's change the color of this text. I've really been enjoying doing kind of a monochromatic look when I'm designing, so I'm gonna stick to the pink theme and maybe just do a slightly darker shade of pink. Maybe something like that. I think that looks good. Now I could just leave it here. This is very minimal, but I think I want to decorate this a little bit. And let's look at my vintage ephemera kit and see if there's anything I want to add. So if you purchase this kit, you'll receive a zip file that you can download onto your computer, unzip, and open it up, and you'll have all of these files. So you can play around with them, have fun. I think maybe I'll use these gold stars. I have 2 in here that are just slightly different. That way you can kind of mix them together to create your designs. I think these look really cool on here. Maybe I'll make them slightly smaller. Honestly, I might just leave that as is. You can play around with the other things in the kit to add to this, but this is just a very basic like quote graphic, and this is definitely something that I would post to Instagram. So let's open a new artboard and create some sort of collage that's a little more elaborate. So go up to here to Window and click on Artboards, and we're just going to add a new one. Maybe you have a selfie that you took and you want to post it, but you want to make it a little special. You don't want to just post a picture of yourself. Maybe you want to make it into a collage. So let's try that. So I just brought in a photo that I took of myself, but you take your own selfie and add it. And then we're going to turn this into some sort of collage. So maybe I want this down in this corner, and then we can layer some of the things from the kit. So I think I want to layer some of the paper elements behind my photo, like maybe this book page. And since all these images in the kit are high resolution, you can resize them pretty large and they won't lose quality. Let's find some more paper to layer. Maybe this craft paper, which I really like. It has a really nice torn edge. All of these paper images in the kit have torn edges, which are really fun to layer and add texture to your collage or your image. Then I want to use this torn dictionary page. Maybe we can use this to fill in the space down here. And maybe the craft tape as well. And then let's add this black lace ribbon. We'll make this bigger and then maybe add it to the top of the photo like this. But I think I want this craft paper to be above that. Yeah, I like how that looks layered. I think one of my favorite things in this kit is this flower. It's a pressed flower, and I just love adding this. And you guys know I use them all the time in my journals, so it's super cool that I now have a digital version. And I think I'm just going to lay it right on top of this craft paper. There's a few pieces of tape in this kit. You saw me use that craft tape. There's also like an old piece of tape. I have a glitter tape, but I think I'm going to use this stripe one. And like I said, all of these images are transparent or semi-transparent. So if you see this tape, it looks real because you can see the flower through it. So it actually looks like a real collage, which is pretty cool. I spent a lot of time photoshopping all of these things so that they would be perfectly transparent and look real. And then why not add some more of these gold stars? I'm just going to select these and copy them over. So I think that I'm done. I like how this looks, but since I have some things laying off this artboard, I just want to clean that up. And I'm going to use a clipping mask to make it all within the rectangle of the artboard. So I'm actually going to press Option and click and drag this rectangle from the first image. And I'm going to bring that all the way up to the front. And I'm going to make a clipping mask so that everything is inside this rectangle. So to do that, make sure the rectangle is on top, and then select everything and press Command 7, and that makes your clipping mask. So now it is all the size of the artboard. So when you're ready to save them, you'll just go up to File, Export, and you can use Export for screens since this isn't going to be something that's printed, you're just posting it on Instagram. And you can name it whatever you want. Maybe we'll just name this Insta Collage, and the format is a PNG, and you can click this folder to save to whatever location you want, and everything else looks good. So then you just hit Export Artboard, and then you can just send those files to your phone and post them right to Instagram. So now I want to show you how you can do similar collages but on your phone using free apps. So first, if you want to use the Vintage Ephemera Kit with the apps on your phone, you're going to have to download the file onto your computer and unzip it, and then you can send the individual images that you want to use to your phone. So I just sent a few of them to my phone and put them in their own little folder. So I've opened a photo in Instagram Stories, and we can actually collage on top of this right in Instagram, and it's super easy. So swipe up to go back to your photos and pick whichever little element that you want to add. Maybe we'll add this one. And you're going to hit this little icon in the bottom left of your screen, and then you're going to press Copy Photo. Then go back to Instagram, and this add sticker will pop up, so you'll press that, and then you'll have your little image on top, and you can resize it and move it around however you would like and position it on your photo. And then you can keep doing this to add more things on top. So let's go back and add something else. Maybe this glitter tape. So again, copy photo, go back to Instagram and press add sticker. And this is such an easy, quick way to create a collage in Instagram, and you can immediately post it to your story. So another app that is free and is really great for creating collages is the Photoshop Mix app. So this is what it looks like when you open it, and you're just going to press this plus button to open the photo that you want to collage on top of. So just press image and pick whichever photo you want. I've opened this photo, and then over here you have your layers. So this first layer is my photo, and I'm just going to press this plus button to add another layer, and you're going to select image. Then you can go back to your ephemera folder and pick things that you want to add to layer on top. So maybe we want to do this piece of craft paper, and you can resize and reposition everything however you would like and create your collage. And you can add more layers by going back to the plus button and adding more things. And I just did this collage really quickly to show you how this works, but I really recommend this Photoshop Mix app as a free alternative to Illustrator. If you don't have Illustrator, this is a great option because it allows you to do everything you need to do to create a collage. It has all the necessary tools. You can even add text and other things on top, so you can really do all the things that you need to do to make your collage. So that's it for this video. I hope that it was helpful for you. As always, if you try anything out from this tutorial, I would love to check out your creations. So tag me in your photos on Instagram. And as I mentioned in the beginning, if you're interested in my new digital zine or in the digital vintage ephemera kit that I used in this video. I'll have both of those things linked down below. I appreciate all of your support, so thank you so much just for being here and watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very soon with a new one. The ocean is near, where you die.